How's everybody doing? Happy New Year. I'm going to try to get this out on New Year's Day if possible. This is New Year's Day that I'm recording this, but it's early enough in the afternoon that I should have time to post it and then send out the forum links and all that stuff. Okay, so this is the most expensive tank that I've bought in the last 2 months, I think. Let me think about that. Well, I got the KV-220, but the tank itself was pretty cheap. I think 1,500 gold, but you know, this is the first one I bought in a while that's been over 2,000 gold. And interestingly, like I said in my Chinukai review that I also released today, World of Tanks did something interesting when they put this tank into the store last week. I mean, it just got into the in-game store, and already it's on sale. And I find that kind of odd. Usually they don't do that, but I guess, you know, just with the holidays, you know, coming, they figured they probably would, you know, maybe sell more of them. I don't know. But pretty much all the premium tanks are on sale right now, so I haven't done this one yet. I figured now would be a good time to do it. But it is cool that I was able to get it on sale, like, right away. I wanted to get it. I was thinking about maybe getting it through the premium store, the web store, but you know, I was like, well, maybe it'll go on sale, and so I kept waiting and waiting, and then sure enough, when it was released, it went on. I want to say it's a 40% sale right now. Let's look in the store. So this one's 30% off, and that's typical. Sometimes tier 6 tanks will go 50% off, and I guess I could have waited till they got a 50% off sale, but I really wanted this tank, and the reason being is because I am currently working, as you can see in my garage, I'm working on the 5916, and I'm actually getting pretty close to unlocking the WZ-131. So I'm about 10,000 XP away from that really cool WZ-131, and maybe eventually the WZ-132, though. I've heard that this is the better of the two. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, I've been working on the 5916, and it's, you know, taking a really long time to train the crew, so I was like, man, I really want to get something that's going to be able to fulfill those needs. And so the Type-64 came out at an opportune time where I can actually use this to train the crew. Now, one of the things that's funny is that the crew for the 5916 is only 4, but the Type-64 has 5 guys. So I've added an additional, obviously, radio operator into the mix, and I don't know what the crew loadout is for the 59 or the 131. I'm assuming it's the same as the 5916, but we'll find out when we get there. If not, if it is, I'll just keep this guy. If it's not, I'll just retrain him for the 131, but we'll see. Anyhow, it's a great tank. You know, my first impressions have been very good with it. So let's go over and kind of talk about what the tank is. Historically speaking, this tank came into service in 1975. I just looked it up, and I wanted to see if the stats that were in the World of Tanks things were matching up with what the real world says, and apparently it does. It's an M41 Bulldog chassis, and it is a Hellcat turret, and I believe it's an M1A1 gun. Let's take a look here. Oh no, the M1A2. Oh yeah. So this is the same gun, and once again, this is a tier 6 light tank. It gets the same gun as the tier 5 Wolverine and the tier 6 Shermans. So the E8 and the E2 both can mount the M1A2 gun. And it's actually a pretty decent medium tank gun. And it is capable of performing up to tier, I would say tier 8. Well, it does struggle at tier 9, but you can damage tier 9 vehicles if you get in the right places, and that is what this tank is all about. You have a very light frame. It's a very fast tank with 72.4 kilometers an hour and a very low weight of 23.35 tons. The 25-ton load limit and a 500 horsepower engine. So this thing, as you can imagine, is very squirrely. It jumps, it slides. You have to be careful because a lot of times, and I'm not a big scout player, so I have to really be careful because a lot of times I'll just go flying across the terrain, and next thing I know, I'm airborne, and then I'm landing and I'm breaking my tracks and I'm doing all kinds of damage and killing crew members and stuff like that. So you do have to kind of watch yourself as far as how fast you go and where you're doing it. And like I said, it will power slide. So like the old T-50-2, you can go to turn the tank and find yourself heading in the same direction even though you're turning the hull. So it's pretty cool. Now, one of the places where, you know, people could say that, well, this is just another Hellcat, but it's Chinese. But that really isn't the case. First of all, the gun is nothing like the Hellcat's gun. It pecks things to death. Though, I suppose you could run the Hellcat with the M1A2 gun. I think it gets it. Let's take a look here. Here's our beloved Hellcat. And, yeah, you can run... Yeah, same gun. So you can run the M1A2 on the Hellcat, or you can just, you know, and have kind of the same results. Plus easier tearing, to be honest with you. The Type-64 gets very difficult tearing. This is meant to be a scout tank. However, this tank is completely different in handling characteristics than the Hellcat. The Hellcat is fast, yes, but it's a slow turner and it's a very slow turret. This is nothing like that. This tank whips around. Look at that, 56 traverse speed. I think, as far as I know, that's the highest one that I've seen. Now, there probably are other tanks that are that high, but this thing just whips right around. And it's got a decent 36 on the turret traverse. That's kind of a medium tank traverse. So it's average. Now, so that makes it makes it a fun tank, and the rate of fire is pretty good. We have a seems like it fires, yeah, every like 2.5 to 3 seconds. So it's going to be right around a 2.2 reload. Honestly, it's the same gun almost that is on the L70, that gun that's on the E25, but on a tank that has a turret. So, and it's faster, amazingly. Not much, but it's a little bit faster than the E25. So in some ways, this tank has a little bit of an advantage over the E25 because it actually has it's turreted. Now, the opposite could be said, though, too. It's much bigger. So if we look at our E25, here we go. You can see the E25 has a much lower profile. It's a lot smaller. Let's take a look here. Yeah, see, slower traverse, slower top speed, but not much. Not much. A little bit heavier. But it's still, this is a great mover, too. But the play style, to me, it's reminiscent of the E25. It's kind of a fast and furious little tank, no armor. And let's take a look at that. The hull armor. 25 on the front, 12 on the sides, and 19 on the rear. Now, surprisingly, once in a while, you will bounce a shot, but it's not very often. Most of the time, you're going to take the hit. Same with the turret. We got 25, 12, but instead of 19 on the back, it's 12 on the back. So really, no armor to speak of. This tank is meant for spotting and hiding and not doing a lot of damage. However, when needed, you can damage things. And because of this gun, you are able to. You know, I see people, I don't know if people try to, if they're trying to penetrate enemy tanks from the front, and then they're like, oh, this tank sucks because the gun sucks. Yeah. Well, that's not what this tank is meant for. It goes 70 miles an hour because you're not supposed to be shooting at the front of the tank. You're supposed to go around to the back. Or you're supposed to not shoot at all and just hide in the bushes and spot for your enemy or for your friendlies so that they can shoot. The hope is that they will. Now, of course, if you're in random battles and pub battles, well, your chances of having friendlies shooting at the things that you're spotting, you got about a 50-50 chance. Sometimes you'll spot them and they do nothing. And I've seen battles before, like on El Haluf, where I'll go down and spot, and people just sit there on the ridge. We'll have all these tank destroyers lined up sitting there watching, and nobody shoots. And I've got all these guys lit up, and they're exposed, and nobody's taking a shot. And that, unfortunately, happens. So, you know, it's that's a frustrating thing about this tank. But really, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to spot the enemies and then let the other tanks do the firing, or to flank and shoot on the sides. And this gun, like I said, it's a tier 6 medium gun. So all the American medium tanks use this same gun. And they're capable, so this is capable too. Even on tier 10, sometimes you can do damage. I ran into a, what is that, the FV-205 the other day. And I was heckling him, and I actually did over 400 damage to his tank. I kept popping out, shooting him. he'd turn to face me, and somebody on our team would shoot him, and he'd turn back, and I'd pop out again and shoot him again. Eventually, he did kill me with one shot. But I heckled him and made him focus on me enough that the team was able to kill him. He was their last remaining big tank. And that is what this tank is designed to do. So if you're going to buy this tank, know in advance that you are buying a scout. It's not a tank destroyer. It's meant to spot things. It's not necessarily meant to fire on them, but you can, and you can heckle softer targets. I've gone after artillery in this before and been successful, where, you know, a lot of times the other tanks, they're not fast enough. You get into the base, the next thing you know, you're being ripped to shreds. This one is fast enough that everybody misses. So when you're going 70 kilometers an hour, they have a hard time hitting you while you're moving. And I've killed 2 or 3 arty in a battle before with people guarding the base because I was able to slip in and slip out before they could stop me. So this is a fun tank to play. It is definitely fast. It exceeded my expectations, and I am not a light tank player, so I like tank destroyers, and I like I'm learning how to be a scout, but this tank is a good scout tank, and it actually does a very nice job, and compared to the 5916, it is light years ahead of it. So I feel like I'm actually effective when I use this tank. However, I don't think my win rate's so good with it, and that's because it is team dependent, and you're going to be in a lot of tier 9 and tier 10 battles. That's what this tank does. So don't be shocked when you see the X's up at the top of the list, because you're going to run into tier 10 tanks. That's just how it is. So let's go ahead and give this guy a couple runs. I'm gonna do 2 or 3 battles for this one, because obviously it's a more expensive tank, and I feel like a little more time needs to be spent looking at the tank itself. So I want you to see how it plays and really get a good idea of what it can do. So off we go. Aha. Hidden Valley. I forgot to turn my shadows off, so we're going to do that while we click in here. Once again, when I don't use, obviously the video recording takes some horsepower, so there we go. Definitely doesn't look nearly as good, but now it runs smoothly. That's what we need. Okay, so a lot of people are hating this map. I really like it, actually. KV1S says, follow me. No. I don't understand that. People, why would you tell somebody you don't know to follow you? First of all, I'm a scout. I guess, you know. You know, is he like, and I don't have my XVM anymore, so I don't know, is he an Uber player and he's going to lead me to greener pastures, or, you know, what's the scoop? Now, there is not a lot of cover up here. I can use the rocks, but I can't hide. Okay, something just moved up there, so I'll see if I can spot that. There we go. And I'm, of course, spotted at this point. I cannot wait till I have Sixth Sense. That's going to help a lot. But in the meantime, I need to bust out of here. I'm not going to do much against that T-150, and I'm probably still spotted. I'm going to try to get myself into the bushes. There's an IS. I would think at this point I am not spotted, but I could be very wrong, and I guess I'll find out when that single shot takes me out. Okay, so let's see this Jagged Panzer. Here's the T-150. We'll see if we can do some help. I got a T-150, and I gotta say, I hate it. Can I be seen from any of these guys? Not yet. But the good news is I should be able to keep him from... Well, gonna watch these guys. I'm totally spotted at this point from firing. That was kind of dumb on my part. I think we're gonna lose up here. I don't know about the rest of the map, but move up. Keep this guy spotted. Mr. Whoopsie. Oh, stuck on the rock. Okay, so now we're going to cause a little trouble here. Okay, let's see what's going on up here with this dude. Let me keep this guy lit. And I got somebody behind me. Yep. I didn't see that until the last second, so. And I got that Type-64 or 69 chasing after me. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Well, I didn't see that Type-34 or the T-34 until too late, so that was a bad mistake on my part. Now, I did light him up, so he was seen, but, you know, at that point then, I would have been able to get away from the 69 if that guy hadn't been there. So that was a mistake. But once again, you get to see what this tank does, so that's what it does. Sometimes you make mistakes. And with the Scout, you know, you get one. You get one. The second one costs. I don't know if they're going to make it through here. Well, we'll pick up at the end. Look at the gun on that thing. That is just ridiculous. Look at that gun. We're going to lose. We're losing now. Sucks. What can you do? Man. Here comes the autoloader. Oh, this poor fella. Oh, he's helping. I saw this guy sitting out in the field. I'm like, what is he freaking doing? But he's actually shooting at the Type-69s. And good game. It's over. And there you have it. Well, I spotted some tanks. 0 damage. Yeah, well, you're a scout. But I didn't really do that great of a job scouting. I've had ones where I'm up here, so... yeah, I should probably be a little less aggressive, but I don't know. It's, you know, walked into that one. Okay, next battle. Okay, we're getting a decent amount of Tier 8 battles here, and that is typical for this tank. Like I said, it does see Tier 10, but more often than not, you're going to be doing 7, 8, 9. It's not uncommon to get a lot of Tier 7 battles, because really, it's a Tier 6 tank, so to see Tier 8, that would be normal for a Tier 6. So, but you're never going to be very high up, you know, unless there's a weird MM fluke. You're almost always going to be in the bottom 4 or 5 tanks. It's pretty rare that you're up the leaderboard, but 8 is definitely easier than 10. So, but you do get in 10s too, so be aware. Now this map, I haven't figured out a good scouting spot yet. I would imagine over here would be a good one. But supposedly this tank has a pretty insane view range, and I've added the binoculars too to kind of buff that a little bit. But I don't know if I'd probably have to get out. I hate being exposed. I guess these trees will keep me from being totally exposed, but and of course that guy probably got the spot. Yeah, it just caused a little trouble. Now I'm spotted, though. So that kind of blows it. Okay, wait till the camo comes out. Alright. So, what is happening? There's their T-21. I was going to go out, but no, I've decided to change. Oh, that's a 112. My mistake. Oh! Durr. Once again, noob scout. Look out. I don't know if I got those spots or who did, but... yeah, this is kind of a cool spot to scout, but not really safe. And there's not a lot of cover, so... yeah, the M6 is still there. How's the rest of the team doing? Our distribution's pretty good. Their artillery must be a... Yeah, and you're not going to really... I need to back out. Oh, this guy's good, man. Using the... Alright, I gotta get out of here. This is never gonna work. Move, move, move. Run, run, run. He's coming. Yep. Yeah, now he won't catch me, though. Bad news is he broke my radio. The good news is they killed him. So now, let's go be a pest. Things are going okay. Let's see what's going on over here. I think their arty probably will know that I'm here very shortly. Shoot. These guys are gonna get clobbered. Yeah. Yep, and I'm spotted. Oh, the KV-3, that was an odd move for him. He came around the other way. I'm getting out of here. He's going to come down that hill. Oh, gosh. Oh, and I'm spotted again. Try to help out with this T-29 if I can. Dang it. Got to get out of here. Oh, it is such a close game right now. Let's get their arty. I'll go across. But I think we've got it. Yeah, that VK, he's not long. Oh, the VK destroyed the VK. How appropriate. Get down here, Roger. Some dudes sitting up there. All right, let's see. The artillery back here. Sometimes they go back here. Nope. So he's got to be up on the hill. There he is. Yep. Well, the one thing I can penetrate. He said, how's the Type-64? I'm going to go on the cap. Yeah, tier 8. It plays a lot like the E25, but worse tiering. All right, so I've got the cap. I don't think that other tank is around here, but I don't know where he is actually. So I think, you know, unfortunately my map thing is gone, so he's probably coming right back for me. I'm actually gonna get ready to jump ship here. they've left me out to dry. I don't know what to do. If that guy comes around, he's gonna one-shot me. Uh-oh, the IS killed somebody. Oh. Oh well. Yep, there he is. Oh, KV3. Oh well, what can you do? I think we won. We'll see it. We'll see at the end here. Let's see how this goes. Can the premium tank destroy the KV3? KV3 is kind of a tough customer. Yeah, unfortunately he got me. I didn't see, as you saw though. I know maybe he did appear. I'm going to look at the replay and see what happened there. But I thought, of course, I was talking to that dude, so my bad. I thought that he. I thought that he appeared right when I shot him, so or right when he shot me. I didn't see him until he fired. So, oh no! What is this guy doing? Hey, hey, hey! Oh no! 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 You can't screw up. Oh, now he's angled. Oh my gosh, if we lose this. Come on, IS-6, come on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. That was ridiculi. I can see I did okay. Once again, I'm not very good at scouting. You know, if this was, you know, like Jingles or Quickie Baby or something, they probably have like 8 million and 4,000 damage, and but I did what I could, and considering I was the bottom tank, I outscored all these guys, and once again I'm tier 6, so I even outscored the E25. Actually, we tied. Look at that for damage. But yeah, so that shows you the capabilities of what you can do with this tank. It's mostly a pest. I mean, it's really not going to be a frontline tank. It's meant to spot. It's meant to flank and do damage from the rear. Let's run one more battle, and then we will maybe two. We'll see. Let me take a look and see what I got so far. And oh, I wanted to say I did watch part of the replay. I just went back and previewed it, and sure enough, he was on the map the whole time. I just didn't see him. Oops. Too busy chatting away. Yeah, that's what happens when you get these when you run into these random battles with public matches. You run into guys like me who are busy talking to people rather than playing the game. Yeah, so I was talking to the Churchill was asking me questions about, or the Black Prince was asking me questions about this tank, and I was kindly talking to him, telling him, oh yeah, it's great, blah 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 blah, and then, you know, the tank is coming right at me the whole time like Jaws, and I'm facing him. Not only that, I'm looking right at him, and totally missed it. So yeah, okay, moving on. Last battle. I hate this map. Why do I always get put on this stupid frickin' map? There's so many other great maps, and then I seriously, it's like 90% of my games are on Sacred Valley. I hate it. They got to fix that. They got to do something to get rid of this. Now, I don't hate it enough to get rid of this map. Someone's saying he's starting to love it. I'm just tired of it. I'm so tired of seeing it every other battle. Here we go. Here's a tier 9 battle. So, moving on up. Gonna do a little scouty action here. My goal, hopefully, here is to get to the edge and spot them as they're coming up the other side, if I can get there fast enough. Because that'll give our team a little bit of an advantage of being able to get around the corner, give them some time to fire on them from across the board before they get up to the high ground here and take it. So usually the team that's coming from that side can win it because they're coming from the high ground. But yeah, not always. But we got a. Man, this is a tough map for the T95, the T95. Let's see. Unfortunately, going uphill is going to make me go a lot slower. There's my arch nemesis. He's going to tear right through me because he's got that little gun. And it's a fast gun, and I'm ammo racked, and I'm really hurt. Dang it. And he reloads pretty fast, too. That's the tank I'm training my crew right now. Yeah, get out of my way. Coming back through. Okay, so I'm just going to wait till I'm disappeared here and then spot. Oh, look, he's coming around. No, he's hiding. So I didn't get my Uber spot like I wanted. He's going to go down. Let's see if we can... I probably should... I hate to waste a repair kit on the ammo. But if I can get that 5916... Really, Sixth Sense is going to help this tank a lot because obviously knowing when you're spotted makes a huge difference. Though, all right, let's see if I can find that dude. And I probably shouldn't because, like I said, he's going to... If I can get him in the right position, though. I want to get where I can be under cover here. And I also need to protect our Artie because I feel like he's going to start heading down the road. So I guess I'll go down a tier. Yep, there he is. There's my calling card. Nobody cares about the little scout, but... Now, his gun is weak, so... Well, now there goes our Artie. 1%. Talk about frickin' bad luck. Okay, well, that's it. Okay, so, not bad. I actually think I did better on that battle. But really low on the the team. I think I did better on that one than I did on the other one. But anyway, I think that gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect with this tank. Like I said, it's not ever going to be like the best tank on the team. Well, unless you're a magical player. And I've seen guys on YouTube do, just incredible, amazing things with this tank. But that's not me. I'm a 51% player. I am still very much a beginner scout player. So I don't make this tank shine like some people. But I really like it. And it's actually a very enjoyable tank to play. It's fun to get in and be a troublemaker when you can. And, obviously sometimes it's going to end in sudden death. Actually, a lot of times. But, really, it's for what it is, it's a lot of fun. And, don't expect, like I said, to be crashing your way to victory, but you are going to be a pest, and that really is what this tank is about. Now, obviously, in that battle, I died pretty quickly, and so I wasn't really much of a help because I didn't do a lot of spotting. I ended up dying before I could spot, and that happens when you're a scout sometimes. I felt like it was more important to light up the 5916 because he was going to go after our Artie, and sure enough, I found him heading right to our base. So even though I wasn't able to kill him, our team did kill him, and I think that was more important to our team than necessarily staying alive. I felt it was more important to find that guy. So but everybody plays it differently. So anyway, that gives you an idea. It is a fun tank, and I would recommend it, especially on sale. Either way, though, even at full price, it probably is worth it because it's nice to be able to train those Chinese light crews, and that to me is, you know, the important thing. And like you saw, I've actually had battles. I had one battle where I earned, you know, 60 or 70,000 credits, somewhere around there with this tank. It was my best battle in the tank. And that happens occasionally, but it doesn't happen a lot. More on average, if you're non-premium, it's going to be 16 to 20,000 credits. If you're premium, you're looking at 25 to 40. And that is, you know, this is not a tank that you're going to buy for credit grinding because it's not meant to do a lot of damage. It's meant to spot and be a scout. And really, your earnings come mostly from damage. So if you're looking for a moneymaker, this is not it. But if you're looking for a good scout trainer and a fun tank to play, this is a good one. A lot of guys are saying this is the new Type 50-2. And I would agree with that. I think it's a blast to play, and it really does play a lot like the Russian scouts. It's fast. It's got a little gun. It's a pest. So anyway, Happy New Year. Hope you guys have a good week and weekend, and keep getting out there and playing and having a good time. Talk to you soon. Subscribe.